got a girl so fine and she tryna feel the vibe. Go ahead, I know you like to see the limelight. Go ahead and call your man, tell him bye-bye. Yeah, tonight I heard your hips don't lie. What's the rest of your body like? Left cheek, right cheek. Go ahead and put it all on me. Fuck around and tell me that it's mine, it's mine. Stop all that shit, put that pride aside.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Epiphany Podcast. I'm your host, George Valencia. And before we start, I want to tell you guys about our new and exciting sponsor and member of the Epiphany family. Ladies and gentlemen, today's new and exciting sponsor is Cuvado, the ultimate brand for all of your simplistic accessory needs. With a laser focus on simplicity and quality, Cuvado brings you an elegant product that enhances your style effortlessly. But that's not all. Cuvado also believes in giving back. They donate 10% of all proceeds to charitable causes. So not only can you elevate your look, but you can also make a positive impact. It's a fantastic opportunity to support me and a brand that not only embraces simplicity, but also strives for positive change. Don't miss out on Cuvado's exceptional accessories. Visit their website today or click the link in the description and use code JCREATES at checkout for your exclusive 20% discount on your next order. Now, let's get back to the show. We believe in following your dreams, pursuing your passion, and showcasing our guest gift. And today's guests are some awesome creative people that I'm so excited to interview. One of them has been a homie for a minute, man. I want to welcome everyone, Isandro and Illiestrj. How you guys doing?
How y'all happening,
doing?
Epiphany?
Jeez.
Doing good, you know what I'm saying?
Real quick, man, thank y'all for having me on, man. I appreciate y'all for real.
Thank you for sliding to the dam, brother.
Man, real quick, tell me about you guys.
I'm Isandro. I'm the engineer of where we're at, the Coterie Den, as well as an artist. I'm based in San Jose, the Bay Area, South Bay. I'm also a producer. I'll be making commission beats every now and then. But yeah, that's me.
And I'm Illiestrj, and I'm a music producer and engineer as well. And then I'm one of the founders of the collective ESBZ. And I've been doing music for a pretty long time now. And yeah, mostly from San Jose as well.
Gang. What's good, y'all? So real quick, tell me where you guys from? Where you guys from originally?
You know what I'm saying? My name is Isandro. I'm from the Philippines. I was born there. I was born in Cagayan de Oro, which is Cebuano area, Bisaya area, you feel me? But I'm out here in San Jose, the South Bay now.
That's right. How about you, RJ?
Yeah, I was born and raised in the Bay Area. I was born in Hayward. And then I moved at an early age to San Jose, and I pretty much lived there my whole life.
The gang. There you go. That's fucking dope. And real quick, just so we make things clear. So Isandro and Flip Joe are two different entities, right?
Yeah, low key. I would say they are. Isandro is more of the artist section of who I am, and then Flip Joe is the producer section of who I am.
That's dope. I mean, when did you cause you had two accounts. When did you change the account? Cause it was Flip Joe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it used to be Flip Joe because I was working with the Kid Lords at the time, and I was producing for them.
Yeah.
And at the time, what Flip was to me was because, growing up as a Filipino in the Bay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what a flip is, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me talk my shit. What a flip is a derogatory term for Filipinos, but we're trying to change it to something positive because you can flip anything to make some bread. You can flip anything to make successful. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that's now it's a way of life of how I live.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And then, real quick, tell me how you got into all of the producing aspect. I know you had some inspirations and stuff. So who were some people that helped you get into all of this?
Some people that helped me throughout my career. It started off with Native Beats. He was my mentor for the longest time. Native Beats helped me out a lot. He taught me how to basically engineer and produce at the time.
Yeah.
I was really working solo dolo. It was really with the Kid Lords, but every now and then we would do shit for ourselves, you know.
Yeah, because you were there producing, but he was the one that was a producer as well.
He was really helping me out with navigating FL Studio and shit like that. So
that's dope. Mm-hmm. How about you, RJ? How did you get your foot into all the producing scene?
How I got into the music scene, so I was actually in middle school.
Swear.
And I started making music because I was hella into EDM at that time.
Okay.
So I was like, oh shit, this shit's fire.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to start producing because I wanted to be one of those DJs up there and shit.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just started off doing EDM, and it was just I did that for I don't know, maybe a year, only 1 or 2 years just doing EDM. I was I don't even know, 13.
Oh shit.
12 or 13. And then once I started getting to freshman in high school is when I started listening to hip hop again.
Okay.
Like when I started getting back into it, like I was listening to SOBRB.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
That was an era. That was a time.
That was the time.
That
bro.
was.
It's like 2016, 2015, 2017. That year, like those 3 years, like that's crazy. That was around the time when I got back into hip hop.
Yeah.
And then like from there, I just kind of just went straight on. But it wasn't until like I would say like my first year like college.
Okay.
So like right straight out of high school is like when I started getting serious about it.
Yeah.
And then like like that same year, that's when I formed the group ESBZ.
Yeah.
And around the same time too, that's when him and I started talking again like a little bit
no
more.
shit.
Yeah.
Because you were what, class of 2019?
Yeah, 2019.
2019.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us was in then.
Yeah, we was in 2019.
That's a trip, bro. And let's talk a little bit about that. Your collective, like, so how many people is there in the group in the collective?
We have. So I'm the producer and the engineer, and then so we have like 4 like vocalists.
Yeah.
And one of them, he's trying to also get into engineering and producing, so that's pretty helpful too. And then the other engineer, he's trying to get back into DJing.
Oh shit!
So we're trying to get back into DJing, and that'll get us all set.
Also, like a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we're trying to get a little bit of everything right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then I do remember seeing that some of your like biggest like genres of music was like the 80s, the 90s, all of that.
Yeah.
Which one did you feel like you most resonated with? Because obviously it's so apparent in like your shit that it's like it's Bay Area, like all the things, and that's dope. But like, do you have like a main genre or like type of music that was really like your founding inspiration?
For me personally.
Yeah,
like
for you personally.
For me personally, R&B.
R&B.
R&B for sure. R&B and then EDM, like those two. Because like my aunt was like the one that put me on R&B, and I was like I don't even know how old I was. I was like 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, shit, this is fire. And then like I started getting into EDM too. So I would say like those 2 genres are probably the ones like that inspired me the most, like for like my production, like even like today.
And then how about your other group? Because all of them have like, because I've noticed each song is so different than the next. It's not just you guys are in this like niche of Bay Area music, right? Like especially like Best Friend and Party. Those are like, and then you go to like Hella Crazy. Those are on opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But those are so dope. Are those like from? Okay, so I could ask, did each one of your group members play a different role in that? So like one member was part of like the main driver in Hella Crazy, and then there was another one for like Best Friend, or
I would say like us collectively, like we all listen to different genres of music.
Yeah.
So like we all like just listening to like different shit.
Okay.
And then like we're not only sticking to one genre every single time. Like one of my members, Odyssey, he'd be listening to like
Goated.
Some like Mike Sherm one day and like some DB Bada Bag, and next day he's listening to Claro? Is it Claro?
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 I don't know. Is it Claro or Claro?
Claro. I think it's Claro. It's with an I, right?
Like
Claro. I don't know.
And then like me personally, I'd be switching from hip hop, R&B, even like country sometimes. And then sometimes and like EDM.
Hey, yo.
That's news
rock.
to me.
I mean, I'd be listening to everything.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then like same goes for the other members too. Like we don't only like listen to things. So like I would say like collectively like we all just like different things. So that makes better music and stuff.
That makes sense. Are you okay, so I was curious about you two guys. Was your first song together Lullaby, or did you guys have
No.
No?
Was it?
Back when the studio was at my crib.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Is that unreleased, or is that somewhere out
I
there?
don't think it's ever going to release.
Okay, so that's what I was curious about.
We can talk about it. Yeah.
How was that first experience for y'all working together?
It was
It
cool.
was cool because
Oh,
you go.
the fucking we was working at my house at the time. This was like Flip Studios, like straight out my off. Like we have a second room in my house, like the office room, right?
Yeah.
And then I just invited them. What was it? Because I think I invited Christian first, right?
No, that wasn't the first studio session.
Which one was the first studio?
Remember the first studio session was me, you, Josh, and Jared.
Oh yeah, for Feathered Helmet.
No, for you and me. 'Cause of you.
Oh, Aries.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember shit. You can
don't
tell this
remember
one.
that
I swear to God, this one went through my
Damn.
head, bro.
You don't remember that one?
No, I remember when
He said,
Chris
"Damn,
was
that's
there.
crazy." He looked at you like, "That's
That's crazy.
crazy."
I was like, what?
Last time we were all together, you talked about it. That was like last week.
What? I thought it was
That's
Feathered
tough.
Helmet though.
No.
Oh shit. Well, shit. RJ, tell the
Damn.
story, bro.
Tell
'cause
the story,
I
bro.
clearly can't.
Well, like I don't even know how it came about, but I think it was like Josh. He wanted to start working with you too.
Oh yeah.
And then like Jared, he was like, oh, and then you wanted to invite me and Jared too.
Oh yeah.
I think that's how it started. And then next thing you know, like he paid for the sesh too, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was because of Josh. It was Josh wanted to do the sesh.
Because I made a beat for Josh.
No, we made the beat together.
It was a thun, thun, thun. It was a staircase beat.
You made that beat first.
I made that beat for him. And then we started making the beat together.
Did you know that Josh guy? Did you already know him, or is he just coming in and booking as an artist?
Bro, we all went to school together.
We all went to school together.
Damn.
He's actually been my brother's friend since kindergarten.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn, small ass world, bro.
I know, bro.
Literally. So tell me a little bit more about how that first song went. What'd you say it was called?
It's called You and Me.
You and Me.
So that was with like my brother and like Josh Odyssey.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was our first time like collabing together and stuff.
Wait, were you on the track or you were the backing?
This was producer Joe.
Oh, this was Flip.
Yeah, this was Flip.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, so we were just making beats at the time.
I was making beats. I didn't even know about music yet.
No shit.
Crazy as hell. Yeah.
Then how did Lullaby come about? Like how long later was that?
Dude, that was like
shit. That was recent though.
That wasn't that recent. It was a couple years.
It was like a year ago.
Lullaby? No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Lullaby is.
No,
it came out last year. Did it come out last year?
Nah. Look at. I thought I was tripping. Wait.
I don't think.
I swear it came out like this year though. Nah.
Nah, it was not this year. It was last year. It had to have been.
Stop playing the fucking actual song.
It was February this year, bro.
Oh shit! It was February this year. Yeah.
Damn. Oh, maybe I was kind of been blasting that shit so much. I felt it was. I felt that shit was old as hell already to me.
February this year.
Damn. I'm curious. So as a producer, right, Joe, how is that working with another producer? Do you like this? Is I'm kind of curious about. Do you feel like it's easier because you know all of the terms, or do you also feel like it's kind of like fuck you have to step back as just the artist?
You like as an artist and working with a producer, and as like you're in the back of your mind you're a producer, it's dope because I mean it depends on who you're working with. Like luckily I'm working with Illiestrj, one of the coldest producers out in San Jose.
Yes sir.
You know what I mean? So I really like trust Br's vision. So I don't really have no struggle as an artist listening to his beats and just messing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I already like automatically I know in the first few seconds he shows me a beat, I'm like, oh, this is the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I was listening to some of the things you guys were blasting. Dude, this motherfucker don't mess around, bro.
Tell me about it.
Bro, I'm so stupid, bro. So on your specific page on Illiestrj Spotify, right? Okay, so there's a second track on there. Yeah. Okay, there's a second track on there, and my dumbass thought it was a song. I didn't know it was an instrumental. So I'm listening to your guys' music while I'm doing my work, right? And I'm waiting. I'm like, going right, and then after a couple minutes, I'm like, what the fuck? When's he gonna start rapping? I looked at myself and I was like, okay, no, it was a rap.
That's hella funny.
Hey, but that instrumental was still hard.
That's tough though, bro.
That's tough. That was just a placement so I can make my account.
Oh no shit! Really?
Yeah.
I need to take it down.
Yeah.
I need to sell that shit.
Get that shit off platforms ASAP, please.
But okay, all right then, Joe. So let's take this back to the beginning. So your first, well, not really. Well, it was basically your first. The kids were basically like your first main artist that you were working with exclusively. How did you meet them? Like, how did that kind of go?
It started. I mean, we was always homies. You know what I'm saying? Like way before all this music shit. Like, can I curse on this?
Yeah, no, do your thing, dog.
Oh hell, motherfucking yeah!
Talk your shit, bro.
We was homies way before this. We'd always hang out, like, bruh. When I first moved out when I was 17, they would come over like every other day. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as I get out, I went to college for like a semester, and
got that free trial.
Yeah, every time. Oh God, no! Every time I like get out of school, they'll be out the crib. You know
Literally,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after that, like, we just started talking about like making music and shit. Like, I had FL Studio. Like, I bought FL Studio when I was young. I was like 16. Yeah. But it was just like I bought it, I used it for one day, and then I never.
And you just left it alone.
Oh God, yeah.
It worked out though.
It worked out. You know what I'm saying? So it was like an investment. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so then we just started playing around, and I would go to their grandma's house, or they come to my house. We just play around, and yeah, it was just started recording. It started with me and Payback taking it real serious. Because Payback was really like, she was trying to push this music shit for real. Yeah. And like we would do like certain songs like every now and then, and like learning with Native Beats, who's also her cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like that just slowly evolved and blossomed into Kid Lords and Flip.
To the beautiful fucking badass thing it is now.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
shout out to Kid Lords.
Shout out
bro.
to Kid Lords, bro. Love y'all for life, huh?
Literally, bro.
KL4L.
Fuck yeah. But so you guys were doing it all around, a little bit random places. You went to grandma's house type shit. When did you first start your own recording studio, like your own at the pad?
It had to be. So I was working construction at the time still, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to do like the music shit was like a hobby. It was like just a learning. It was like a background little thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the money I get from construction, I would just dump it into like music. So I would like buy plugins. I would buy my interface. Obviously, I bought the Scarlett first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was kind of curious about. What
Mm-hmm.
was your first like run and gun setup for your studio? What was the first couple things you bought?
I went all out. Well, not all out, but like
With your speakers?
I went. Yeah, I bought the monitors. I bought the stands, and I bought the interface the same day. It was after I came back from the Philippines. I was like, "Fuck it, bro. I'm finna get this shit.
splurge.
I'm finna splurge, bro."
Damn.
And that's what I did.
Did you already know what you were doing with all of the shit, or you kind of just
Hell
bought
no.
it when you were just like, "Fuck it"?
Yeah, it was kind of like a fuck it decision. I'm like real nerdy, so I'd be like, you know, those tech guys on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'd be like searching them up, like, best monitors in 2019.
Dude, yeah, literally.
Best monitors
Hey, that's what I did with
2019.
all this.
Literally,
Like
yo,
for
bro.
this type of shit, there was a thing called Think Media.
Mhm.
Think Media.
Oh,
So
yeah.
and then it was like because I bought my first camera in 2020 because I thought I was finna vlog, but
Right,
then
right,
I was
right.
like, nah, that shit boof. So then I was like, that was the perfect thing at the time. I was like, best vlogging camera of 2020. So I was like, I'm gonna need that.
Exactly.
So
That's exactly how I bought my shit. So I just bought it, and I was like, let's mess with it, bro.
and then when did you start advertising that you were gonna? Because obviously you were doing the kids first, but then
You know what it was? Okay, I was doing the kids, right? And then I was like making beats for other people. This is when I started getting confident in my shit. So February 2021? I think February 2021 or 2020, I produced for this group called The Cool Cats, who has Jay Rizza and Jay Creep, right?
that was that first project you did, right?
That was the first ever beat I sold to someone else that's not the Kid
okay.
Lords.
Was that the one with the black? Remember you did a project for someone, and I remember that was like your first big thing that you got paid for. Is that the one?
That was the one. That was the one. It's
I
called
remember.
Joyriding. Stream that.
Stream that.
Gas ass beat. You know what I'm saying? And she slapping. But yeah, we they commissioned me for that. They went to Redwall to record it, and then Cisco. They told me Cisco was fucking with a beat too, and I was like, bro, fuck it, I got it. So I quit. And then after that, that's when I started to really build in the studio and advertising. I make beats. Like, let me commission me for a beat. But then it starts when you start realizing, like, as a producer, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the game is like sending thousands, hundreds of beats at a time to get the money.
Okay.
Cause like, bro, like how many beats out of like 100 beats land on a placement that does well, right?
Wait, what's a placement? Like, what does that mean?
It's basically like when you finally collab with artists, cause you can sell them online and then someone actually buys it. You know what I'm saying? But
At
like,
so like you're talking about that, and then the people that you just said you worked with, how did you know what to charge them? Like, what was did they just show you a number, or like how did you know to?
I was kind of just like, yo, $40 sounds good.
you got $40 off that?
$40, bro. That's all I needed. That's the proof right there. I don't give a fuck.
Basically.
But they bought like multiple beats, so you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was like a 5-pack, I think. But they only got one.
And then all those other ones you was posting online, those was charged too, or those were just out there? You just put them out there.
With the ones on my BeatStars back then.
Yeah.
That one, those were charged online. No one ever bought them though. A lot of the beats that I sold is like that's what I'm saying too.
Yeah.
With a lot of like this business and music and shit.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to get to the point where like you make so many beats and you put them online, but how many really land? You know what I'm saying? But a genuine connection with someone and the artist.
Okay.
That's when you start selling for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
How about you, RJ? How did you start selling beats as well too, like that, or were you just
no, yeah, go ahead.
were you like strictly like with your collective?
Yeah, so my story is pretty much the same.
Damn near.
Like damn near. Like I have like beats on my thing, like barely people like go through it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say like it's through like actual connection, like talking to people.
Just word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth, or like even like just hitting up somebody, actually talking to them, or, like seeing somebody on the street or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like that's probably like your best bet of like collaboration.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your first setup? Did you have a home
first
studio, or how do you do your stuff?
Oh my god. So when I was younger, when I started recording like vocals for like like
artists,
like for ESBZ.
Okay.
Like it wasn't even called ESBZ. It was just me, my brother, and my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the setup was I would make beats on this online DAW. It was called Audio Tool. Shout out to Audio Tool though. That's where I started. Yeah. Actually, no, I didn't start on that. I started on this other one called Soundation, but I hated that shit.
Why?
And then I went into it sucked, man. It sucked. Okay. And then so I went into Audio Tool, and then that's when I started like I was like, oh shit, like I'm actually liking this. So yeah, I was making beats on that and the way that we recorded, like the first ever setup. If you're saying first ever setup,
yeah, like what was the first thing?
It was the headphones were, the iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
The iPhone.
Yeah, the lightning bolt. Yeah, lightning.
Not the lightning bolt.
Oh, there's the aux.
The aux. The aux.
Okay.
Earphones.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That plugged in, and we had a USB mic, and then that was
into your computer
snowball,
or what?
A snowball.
A snowball
with a sock on it.
Oh fuck!
And then I was recording on, what is that shit called again? What is the one with the blue headphones on it?
Oh my god!
You know what's called?
Audio
Technica? Audio Technica.
No. It's the blue headphones and it's got the wave pattern and it's orange and yellow. It's a DAW.
That's like podcast, like a lot of
old podcasts used to use that shit. It's free.
Yeah, it's like a free like recording thing, like recording DAW. Yeah, and then we were using that, and that's how I used to record.
Oh shit!
But like now, like my setup kind of like, I don't know, cause I'm always moving around with like when I'm producing and like engineering and stuff.
Oh shit!
Because right now like I live in Fremont, so I come down here like almost every day.
Wait. So is this where you when you get your work done? Do you come to the den, or you just doing it anywhere?
I do it like at the den, on the east side, and then like some at home.
So do you go to so do artists book you currently? Like, do you book with artists to like do like what you do with like recording artists and mixing and mastering and stuff, or no?
Oh, so right now I've been only mixing, mastering ESBZ stuff right now.
Oh shit! Okay.
So like, I would say like I'm only like doing that for them right now, but for everybody I'm doing beats. Right now. I would say I'm more of a producer. I would say.
Okay. Yeah, so a producer wouldn't be the one that's in there as well. That's an engineer. Or? Put me on the sauce. Okay. How does that dynamic work? Is a producer and an engineer
different? You can talk
different?
about producing.
So producer. Okay. So there's like weird things with producing. So there's producer and there's a beat maker.
Mm-hmm.
So beat maker is the person selling you the beat, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But producer, like what I do is I make the beat as well, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also involved in the song. I'm also involved in the song with the engineer, like working with him too. So with the engineer, you can go with that.
With the engineer, I'm basically like, you go in the booth and I record you, and then after that I make the beat and the whatever you're spitting or like you're singing or whatever into the whole song itself.
And that's the mixing and mastering process.
Yeah,
right?
so that's the mixing and mastering.
Wait, go a little bit. Okay, go into a little about that. What's the mixing and then what's mastering?
Okay, so even before that, you got tracking, right? So that's when I'm recording you in the booth. Bam. So that's already a talent in itself. There's actually there's a job just for tracking.
No shit.
Being a tracking engineer, a mixing engineer, and a mastering engineer are 3 different jobs.
Oh,
that's not even one job.
I thought it was just one thing.
You could be, you know what I'm saying? But like sometimes like the bigger budget studios, they'll have a person for each. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but mixing process is basically like after the vocals come off the tracking process, right? Vocals come off, they're done with their layers, they're done with their main and everything. So what my job is to make it sound like it is professional, right? Like it's studio recording.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you're recording just like this, then you put in a beat on top of it. It's not gonna sound saucy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then my job is to make it sound good, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm trying to make this like the simplest way to explain it.
I can probably say something.
And then I'll put the master though. But the master, it's when I'm done mixing both, and then I'm finishing it up in one track. So then you have multiple tracks, right? So you have the vocal track, you have the doubles track, you have the instrumental, and then you have the ad libs and whatever the hell, right? So you have 4, and then what mastering is, I'm adjusting only everything in one.
Oh, okay.
So it's like polishing. So when like if you're really thinking about it, like the recording process is when you're building the car, right?
Okay.
The mixing process is painting the car, right?
Got it.
And the mastering process is polishing the car.
Bro, that is the most. Bro, shout out this man. That is literally the perfect analogy for
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
What were you gonna add into that, bro?
Oh no, I was gonna say like mixing is more like to make everything sound cohesive,
Okay.
and then mastering is doing like finishing touches, like raising stuff, not like raising frequencies or making something sound brighter, or even taking out some bass or anything like that from like the whole track.
Okay. Okay. So like you said though, like if like there was a budget for it, right? There's like different people that call for different shit, right?
Right.
So do you guys have trouble in certain areas, like you're a better mixer, or you're a better mastering engineer, or like track?
Most definitely.
Or you guys feel like you just well-rounded in all aspects?
I feel like I'm pretty well-rounded, but obviously not everyone perfect. We humans at the end of the day, right? So like obviously, if I were to say that there's a area of mine that I wish I could dive into a little bit more and have more knowledge on, is the mastering process. Because the mastering process, though it sounds the same as the mixing process, is a whole different like mind switch. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
It's a whole different sound that you're trying to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then for like you were talking about when they first came in, you charged them for their shit, right? That's what I was asking. I was like, okay. You look a little salty too.
Hey, I didn't even pay for it.
Shout out Odyssey. Shout out Odyssey.
What was okay, so let's say I'm an artist, right? I wanted to book with Flip.
Yeah.
Flipdraw. What was your minimum? What was your first prices?
It was like $25 an hour, right? It was dumbass cheap.
It was like 20, 25.
It's 20, 25. Like, bro, it wasn't shit. I mean, I was just at the end of the day, look.
Get your
Before
name
y'all motherfucking judge me on the goddamn podcast, listen to me real quick. Hold on. Bro, I quit my job. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still got the day job. Y'all just pulling up to the studio. I ain't got shit going for me, bruh. The most money I get, this right here. You know what I'm saying? So $20 an hour, what the fuck is that?
Literally.
You only booking like 2 hours, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I was just thinking, I was like, okay, let me just do $20 an hour, because I know that the studios, like actual professional studios out here in San Jose, they be charging like what, 75, 80.
An hour.
Yeah, sometimes it's 100. Yeah.
Well, here, this is what I was kind of curious about, like doing my like research about you. So something that you made so adamant is that you can go forever, right? Like you can just be in there forever. You just be doing your thing. So how does that work? So like, do they book like 2 hours and they just keep going and you just keep running up like a taxi? Like you just keep it going, or how does that work?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it could. But like now that I've been working at the Coterie, then obviously my mind has changed.
Okay.
Because back then it was such a before you go commercial, it's like such a passion thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm proving myself. I'm gonna be in the industry. You know what I'm saying? But like now, like bruh, if you are booking 3 hours, I hope you're doing 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them things. But really, like if I was to really like dive deep with artists and really like know who they are and really capture a sound with them, I'm down to go for like, we could go 8 hours. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But obviously there's like shit like ear fatigue and all that. You know what I'm saying? That really mess with like how you're perceiving the sounds.
I know that you said that definitely takes a toll on you type shit over the time of having it.
For sure.
Having it in there.
Yeah.
And then, so you did, I know obviously you don't do it no more because you're at the den, but do you have any like badass experiences at your pod? Because that's scary in itself, you know what I mean? Bringing everyone there. Do you have any like bad experience? Obviously not name dropping type shit, but like, do you remember like any times where you're like, it's for weird or anything?
Nah, not really, bro. I love all my clients and shit.
It's a damn lie.
I'll fuck with my clients for real, bro. Y'all the dopest, bro. Damn, let me think real quick. Damn, that was a weird ass session.
It doesn't have to be a bad experience.
I feel like okay, there's sometimes there's been people I've recorded, right?
Yeah.
I can say this because motherfuckers not gonna pinpoint who the fuck you talking about.
Yeah.
But there's been times where like it's just been awkward. Hella awkward. Like it's like, you know, real Easty dude that like don't want to talk too much about business, but you in your office at your house. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's kind of just like, yeah, I got you, bro. Like
it's just weird
no
vibes.
communication. Because I love talking to my clients. Like I love getting to know them, who they are before the artist shit. Yeah. So that I could get their vibe, and you know what I'm saying? And then now I'm like invested in the track.
Okay.
But like when it's like a very like obvious block of social block, so then it's kind of just like, oh yeah.
Because I know you said in one of your interviews that you're like, I'll keep it very just like about the business type shit. So it's like, you want to talk, we'll talk. You want to keep a street recording, I'll keep it. So with that, how do you feel it's changed since you're working at the Den? Are you more like, because this is more obviously a lot more professional, you know what I mean? Do you feel like you're more chopping it up with them, or you keep it the same dynamic going?
Most definitely, I chop it up with my clients now. Like I love to, like I said, right. Back then, probably because it was strangers coming into my house, you know what I'm saying? I keep it more like, yeah, bro, we just gonna record this shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, like now it's like I do research of my clients before they book, and then I'll usually like shoot them a DM or a number, a text through their number, being like, hey, I'm Isandro, I'm your audio engineer. Could you send like a reference for your old music? Like, still keep it very business professional and everything, you know what I'm saying? And then when they come here, I'll ask more about them, and then get to know them as a person. I'll be like, okay, this is like your vibe. Yeah. Like, I've met people like you before. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. So now I know not only for like their sound to be captured, but just the whole vibe of the studio. Because curating a vibe in the studio, you like RJ knows that's a talent and a skill in itself.
I didn't know that, because like watching like celebrity like artists do their thing, you know, they're always about like, oh, the vibe, like bringing bottle, bringing this, bringing that. So the artist is comfortable to me. I'm like, well, like, aren't you just here to work, or like, aren't you here to do? But then I didn't understand, for like, to keep the creative flow, to keep all of that type of shit, you can't do that if you're just in a room just I didn't know that. That makes sense. So I could ask, how was it the transition working from a home studio to working at the Den? Because obviously there's two different vibes, because this is your job now type shit. You know?
Shout out to Coterie Den.
Shout out to Coterie Den, bro.
Hey, go book at thecoterieden.com if you need a session. What's it called though? It's been a very big learning experience for sure. For sure. It's been like, when you work at home and you're freelancing, you're like almost desperate for a session. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like really trying to make it work, and then when they get there, you're like guessing how it's supposed to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's kind of buggy. Like, you still got to turn off the speakers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the booth ain't really a booth, so you're like, yo, can you hear me? But really, they could really just hear you if you talk regularly. You know what I'm saying?
That closet was an error, bro. With the LED lights and the inside the blue.
Hey, I really made that motherfucker hit, though.
It felt
you know
real.
What I'm saying?
It felt real, bro.
But now, obviously, we got the Coterie down. We got a real booth and shit like that. Yeah. The experience, though, it's been like, everything's been a learning process in terms of like how you talk to people, how you move throughout the studio, and how you like run the session in general. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. How did you initially start working at the Den in the first place?
I think, I was working with the Kid Lords. Yeah. And they were doing their show run, so we wasn't recording too much. They were doing like hella shows. I think they were doing shows like every other week, bro. That shit was crazy as hell. They were doing shows like every other week. And then I think L. James had texted me or DM me. He had DM me at the time. I was like, hey, we'd love to have a conversation with you and just blah, 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 blah. And then I pulled up, and then we just talked, you know what I'm saying? And I did some runs in the studio. Like there was other engineers there, and I'm not saying that I'm better than them, but I'm just letting y'all know I just took over the chair like it was nothing. You feel me? But yeah, I was just like, you know, like I really believe, and I think I said this in the last interview that I was in, but like, get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in is a motto all the motherfucking time.
Dude, I love that, because like, obviously I'm a big fan of like everything y'all do, especially like all the people that you put me onto. Like, I have been telling any and every person that from where I'm from, getting where you fit in, because nothing has ever made more sense to me than that quote. You know what I mean? Because for me, I never fit in my home city type shit. Like, and it's crazy to me how I felt more love damn near in the Bay than I did where I grew up type shit. And like, I think the first person to say that was either you or Payback. That was like, get in where you fit in.
Get in where you fit in,
right?
Bro.
And for here, like, I like what you said. You're like, well, if you're like creative and this is where you feel you belong, then you fit in.
You're gonna fit in.
You know,
it's just natural. It's organic. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, bro. And how do you feel as a producer yourself? How do you feel how much you've matured from your first studio days recording like the Lords compared to now being a whole, like your whole career, your whole business?
I feel like it's been a crazy learning process. Like, I've definitely shout out to Coterie Den, shout out everyone, all the staff, all the owners, you know what I'm saying, for having me on here, because it's been crazy. I've noticed the change for sure. Yeah. Because I be like, I still like try to pitch into other sessions of like, you know, like obviously I'm still small, but then there's people trying to get off the ground, right? And I've been pitched into like other sessions and shit, and I'll be like, damn, like this ain't how we run it back, you know what I'm saying?
Type
you know
shit.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we've also been in like other sessions where it's a little bigger, where I'm like the really puny guy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
like you went out of town to record with people, or like you mean,
not
like
out of
artists
town,
coming
but like
here,
even like outside of like studios around here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I've just
okay.
like witnessed other studios and shit like that. So with those experiences, it definitely has shown me like and just put into fruition that like the maturity of being an engineer, producer, and artist.
That makes sense. How about you, RJ? Did you like obviously you're doing your stuff like for your collective. Would that be something like you would ever be interested in doing and working in a studio? Is that like your one day goal, or like something you're actively trying to do to work in a studio, or like start your own studio type
I'm
shit?
trying to start my own studio. Like I want to build my actual own studio. Like looking at this stuff like inspires me to do it too.
Literally, yeah.
And yeah, like I want to have my own.
Yeah.
And then like I want to have like just for a place for us to focus, because like right now we will always be recording in the bedroom still.
Yeah.
But we did make like you know, like those makeshift like studio
little
booths.
studio, yeah.
Yes, sir.
PVC pipes.
Fire.
Hey, hell yeah, bro.
Fire.
But right now that's what I've been working on. But I really want to have my own studio at the end of the day.
Okay, so coming from someone that still is doing this, right? Like, so how is it trying to do this on the side? And like, do you have like something like a normal job other than this that you do that you have to like dedicate your time to, or is this like your full thing?
No, this is not my full thing. So I also do I do music.
Okay.
And I'm also like right now, so I'm getting back into EDM. So I'm trying to like push that too, like my alias. So I'm trying to push that too, and then trying to push my name Illiestrj. But I also manage Isandro, so I'm pushing that too. So that's like 3 jobs right there.
God
Literally
damn.
in itself, yeah.
But I also have like a part-time job.
I feel that.
And I go to school.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn. What are you majoring in?
Business.
Business?
Yeah.
There you go, bro. I feel that, bro. Like it's so hard to like pursue your passion, bro, and then on top of have to go clock in at some random ass job.
It's pretty hard.
I mean, it is, bro. It is. That's why, like, it makes me want to grind even harder when I see like people like my boy Dro over here that like he just said fuck it, like this is it, like this is his career. You know what I mean? Then there's me. I gotta go to Amazon.
Hey, definitely save up before you quit your job. Be good for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nah, I feel that, bro. Like it's hard, but like one day we'll get there, bro. One day we'll get there. But I'm curious. I could ask. So since we're on this topic, right? How is your guys' time management with this, bro? Like, how do you guys delegate your time to obviously for you doing other people's music and then writing your own music and then doing all that, and the same thing with you, RJ. It's like you got work, you got school, then you got your collective, then you got trying to do like your own stuff. It's like, how do you guys manage all of that stuff?
You go ahead first, bro. That's hella.
Like the whole schedule?
No, I don't want to.
I have a schedule, bro.
Okay, like
schedule.
Well, okay, but obviously, like I could ask. It wasn't. There was a point in time where it wasn't like that. You was just doing all everything. So how did that migrate into the schedule, the fancy ass schedule that you have now? Like,
oh, how did I migrate to that?
Yeah.
It kind of like the big thing was like school. So like that's the one that kind of like changed my music. Yeah, it's kind of like a priority. Yeah. Like for me at least. Mm-hmm. But like that like changes like the whole thing, like because I was cool with like working part-time job and doing music. Yeah. Because you know I need a part-time job to pay some music stuff and everything like that. But like top it with school, like that kind of like changed. Like I have to have a schedule. Like I have to be organized. This days is for this days for that, and then like some days I can't even like go to certain things. Like I can't even go to some like family things either. Yeah. That's because like I have
a lot of sacrifice.
I have to sacrifice a lot, but like you know it's for the grind.
Literally, bro. How about you, Joe?
Honestly, bro, it's you know, working in a commercial space, it helps your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you know when to come in, you know when to get out. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But usually, how I start off, like obviously I wake up. I wake up like maybe like 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m. Doesn't matter. It goes from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. really. whatever the fuck I wake up. But I'll like take that time to myself. Like I won't even trip about work. I won't even trip unless like work needs me type shit. Like if they need something done, I won't trip about work, and I'll just take it to myself and really just self-indulge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
because you need that time.
You do, bro. You finna go insane if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not literally. Because I know for me, bro, like before I had a team, before like I had I was getting hella interviews, like I had hella time on my hands.
Right.
Besides my work, but the thing was, it was what are you gonna do with that time to make it productive type shit. You know what I mean? So now that I have like an awesome ass team with me, you know what I mean, and then getting like people like to book and stuff like that. I'm actually busy now. I'm here researching, spending 8 to 10 hours a day on each person. Like it sounds funny, but like stalking the shit out of their socials, like making sure to know every little things about y'all. You know what I mean? And it's so much nicer to have a schedule. Let me say that,
bro. Most definitely.
Literally, bro.
Especially like after like 3 p.m. I come in here, right?
Okay.
Like it's either earlier than 3 p.m. or like a little bit after. You know what I'm saying? 3 p.m. I'm for sure here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll usually end work at like 8 because I think our last booking is at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is like our cap for like bookings online. So you could book at 8 and then I'll go to 10. But I'll cut off work at 8 if I don't have any sessions. And then after that, I'll take from like 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 sometimes to work on my own shit.
Okay.
So it's really been like
you still do it here at the studio, or do you?
Of course. Okay. I never. You know what, bro? The Flip Studios has been retired.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even bring that up because like
there's a bike in there. There's hella books that I've never read in my life. There's, you know what I'm saying? There's just a bunch of bullshit in there. It's a storage room at the end of the day now. Yeah.
Wait, so. I'm curious about that. How does your writing process work then? Like from like 8 to 12 or whatever, for example. How does your writing process work? Like,
I think, especially with like the sound that we just curated with me and RJ, I think it's changed because before I used to write music. Like I think about a topic like either like I've seen someone go through or something I've gone through myself, right? And I just like put myself in their shoes. Relive that moment and then I'll just talk about it, right? And I used to write a lot. Just write. Yeah. But recently, ever since like it's been me and RJ, we kind of like, you send me a beat.
We do it on the spot.
We do it on the spot.
I swear to God.
Yeah, misunderstood. Like I already I didn't have like a topic in mind, but then I heard the beat and I was kind of like, okay, I know what the fuck to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Because you be spitting a lot off the dome. Just like you hear a beat and then you start
There's a little bit, you know. I don't really be freestyling, but like I'll punch in like a motherfucker. Yeah. I think I'll sit down. Okay, for the Fliptape. He would play the beat and then I'd write for like 4-8 bars and then after that I'm good. Let me just punch in for the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how about you, RJ? How like because in itself making beats and producing all this is a craft in itself. Yeah. You know what I mean? So how does that creative process work? Because I know there's millions of different beats out there. There's millions of different combinations of things. So how do you feel you curate your sound and your thing? Like how does that work for you?
So like currently like I kind of just trying to get a grasp of like what's the sound,
what's the vibe,
and then like what I'm into right now.
Okay.
Like like usually it's like what you're into at that point, because like you're not gonna make something that you're not into.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean, like or like you're not gonna have like I have to make this beat. You know, like God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, oh, you want to make something that you want.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, like it could just vary. So like I could be listening to like SOB RB one day. And then like that day I'm gonna make a Detroit type beat or like an SOB type beat.
Yeah.
And then the next day I'll be listening to like some like J-pop or K-pop.
And
I'll make some pop beat like what you heard earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like and another day I'll just be making like just random stuff. But like currently like what we've been doing right now, we're trying to get like this sound like it's like a mix of like this new NorCal sound, like with some melodic R&B kind of sound with it.
Okay.
And then also like take some inspiration from like the LA sound.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm kind of curious, like, how did? Because obviously this is your first album, right?
Yes, sir. My first mixtape.
Yes, sir, dude. I'm so like I was so excited for you, bro, just to see that whole thing. Like I even told you, remember when I was trying to pre-order it, but then the shit wasn't working, bro.
I know, bro.
I was pissed.
I was working on my website and shit. I just put it up because I thought no one was visiting my website. Yeah. And he goes, "Hey, bro, I can't cop the fucking mixtape early." And I'm like, "Oh shit, you looking at that?"
Well, he's the one that fucking posted, "Hey, pre-sale coming here." I'm like, I'm gonna need it right when the day.
I didn't think people was gonna do it for real.
I'm tapped in, bro. Stop playing with me, bro.
Bro, real one. You know what I'm saying?
He's a true fan.
True one.
Literally, bro.
Not even a fan. That's the homie for real one.
Yeah,
Come on.
get there, bro.
Stop
Nah,
playing.
dog, like something I'm gonna talk to Dante about, right? You know, is like tell people like that inspire you that that you're a fan of them, bro. You appreciate their work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like a lot of people don't want to like gas people up, or they want to feel like they're like dick riding type shit. But it's like, bro, there's a difference between dick riding and being like inspired by somebody.
Exactly, bro.
You know what I mean?
I'm a firm believer in like, if you really fuck with a person, I'm not shy to tell them I'll fuck with you, bro.
Yeah. Like
Pause. No. But like, I'm serious. Like, even this podcast, bro, I was telling you, I was like, bro, you doing your fucking Dougie, bro. Like, this shit is so professional and real, bro.
Thank
like,
you, bro.
I'm hella proud of you.
Thank you, bro. Like
Pause.
and-
No, I'm fucking with you.
Nah,
Yeah.
do it, bro. Like we finna have that conversation with him. But shout out Dante from ATB, bro. Shout out Dante. He's really doing his shit
Real
out
one.
there, bro.
Real
But
one.
he's really someone that put me on to like finding my passion. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even necessarily like, oh, like music, this and that. That's why I did so much research for y'all, because there's a difference between like enjoying someone's music and being like a music head like you or like Dante. Like you guys can fucking reference an album, reference a song, reference this and that. Me, I'm just a fan of your guys' work type shit. You know what I mean? But my thing that I've always enjoyed is getting people's story out there type shit. You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, there might not be a lot of like musically people that want to do this type of craft where I'm from, but it doesn't mean that they never thought about it
Exactly.
type shit. You know what I mean? So if I can showcase like some talented ass people like yourselves and see someone that's actually our age doing it. It's easy to watch a podcast or watch like a Joe Rogan or a big ass interview of Lil Yachty or someone like of that caliber that already fucking down the road did it. But it's like you guys are in the fucking trenches chasing your dream.
Come on.
Like stop playing with them, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. Good for you.
Ah.
But so back to the tape, bro. Back to your first tape. What was it like writing your first tape? Like what made you realize like I'm gonna start my first tape like instead of just doing another single?
Damn, what was this, bro? Oh, you know what it was, bro?
Yeah.
I was looking at everyone else in my, not competition, but like the
In your
homies,
circle.
bro. I was looking at everyone in like in our fucking in our sound. I was like, these motherfuckers got tape after tape after tape. What did I do after Heart to Heart, bro? I released 2 singles. I released 3 singles
Them bitches were hard though.
in a year and a half.
Stop
I
appreciate with 'em.
appreciate you, know what I'm saying? Hey, this horny up 30K. But yeah, I was just like, I was kind of, it was like is it envy or jealousy? One of them.
I don't think either of
motherfuckers.
those sound good. I don't think that's what you were.
Either
but-
way or anyway, I was like feeling some type of way. I was like, damn, bro, I need to get my shit together,
Maybe I'd
bro.
say envious is a better one because jealous is like, damn, they're doing that and I'm not, in a bad way type shit. Envy is like, damn, I wish I had like a hella tapes to myself type shit. I don't know. I'm projecting, of course.
One of them motherfuckers.
One of
I
them too. But point was, you're like, I need to get on my
I
shit.
need to get on my shit. So then I was just like, I've been thinking about tapes. Like I have Google Docs. Like I write out my ideas. Like that's like one of my things that I do all the time. I'll write my ideas, bro. And I got like this Google Doc with like different types of tapes. I've all been thinking about tapes, but I just need a theme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck is gonna make sense for Isandro? You know what I'm saying?
Shit, yeah.
And I was thinking like, bruh, like obviously like Ray Rez, shout out Ray Rez. He told me like, stop going by Flip Joe and Isandro. You're like confusing the people. And I was like,
Yeah.
you motherfucking right, OG. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna go by Isandro. So I went by Isandro, and I was like, Flip is gonna be my motto, bro. Cause I mean, I've been lived it. I've been acted like it. You know what I'm saying? But let me just make it the motto. So I was thinking, fuck it, let's release the Flip tape. And I obviously have got my talented brother right here, Illiestrj. Now I'm saying?
How did you realize? Because obviously you're a producer, so if you really wanted to, you could have done that shit yourself,
Right.
right? But what made you realize that I'm gonna bring gang in here? Like I'm gonna bring.
Obviously, because motherfucker talented as shit. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can just hear the shit, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? But like, it's also like a time thing. Because I'm working here full time.
Okay.
So it's like, damn, like I don't have time to be making beats like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I need a partner with a dope ass producer. Why not my brother, Illiestrj? I don't even remember how did I hit you up? Did I just text you one day?
You hit me up on Snapchat.
Hey, let's make a tape.
Hey,
beat.
man.
He slid
Hey, man,
in.
how do you do that sample?
Yeah, bro. Cause the way he flips sample is so saucy, bro. That shit, that shit slap every time. And I be thinking about it from a producer aspect. I'm like, this motherfucker really got like a code and a fucking way of life to it, bro.
Yeah.
Like that shit is so insane. Like I can't even replicate it. I've tried. That's just the Illiestrj way.
Like, hey, then put us on the sauce. What do you do that feels really sets you apart? Like he's saying, like how do you get your samples and like how do you really do your craft?
To be honest, like it's hard to talk about this stuff because it's just so normal to me. You know what I mean? Like if something's normal to you, like it's like how do I?
He said, "I'm just like that.
No,
I'm just like that."
No, like I would say like I don't know, because like why be like surrounded by like with my friends and stuff like that? They'd be listening to different stuff. So like I would say like that in itself, like just different genres that I'd be surrounded like every single day. It's like what kind of like inspires like my sound.
Okay.
I would say, and then like kind of gives like a formula, because when I listen to music, it's weird because I don't listen to the music for lyrics. I listen to the beats.
Yep.
And then,
okay.
So like
that's the producer in you, though.
That's like
probably.
a producer. Like I have like a playlist just because I like the beat.
No shit.
Yeah, because I like the beat. The track, some of the trash ass songs, but like I like the beat. So I'd be like trash ass songs. Bro. So
say the name of the track.
I don't say the
track.
But like it's just like when I hear something in the song, or like it's like how can I replicate that? Like how can I do that? And then I grab like aspects from like EDM, R&B, hip hop, J-pop, K-pop, everything I know, and I just put it in one beat, and it can be one way, so more hip hop than like like more like poppy, or it can be more poppy with some hip hop elements inside of it, or some EDM, like anything EDM with some hip hop elements or West Coast stuff inside of it. So like I like mixing it together. If that's like, I would say like that's like my sound. Like it's just mixing a bunch of like every literally every inspiration and put it in one thing, and then just push it in a certain way. That makes sense.
So then what was the, like, how did you guys come up with, obviously it's a sample, but like how'd you guys come, was it on me or was it on to that? The one I was just posting about, bro, talk, crazy, that shit had me fucking.
Dude, that beat, that was pretty, I made that beat pretty fast.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I made that shit in like 20 minutes.
Crazy.
No,
that's crazy.
No, I made 20 minutes. I was like, it's done. I sent it to him right away.
And then tell him how long it took for us to record it.
Dude, they didn't even take us like an